Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla, is known for not being afraid to voice his viewpoint, and as a result, millions of people pay close attention to what he says. And recently, Elon Musk said that he was becoming increasingly pessimistic about the future of the US economy and recommended that Tesla take steps to protect itself from a potential downturn. So, what do you need to know about the recession? Hello and welcome back to Crypto Cash Channel. How bad do you think the recession will affect us? And are we already in a recession? In today's video, we look at Elon Musk's warnings on recession along with his view of a recession. But first, before we go on, a sub to the channel would be very appreciated. Comment, share the video, and don't forget to leave a thumbs up for the video. So, let's get into it. It's not only Musk who is worried about the possibility of the economy taking a turn for the worse. And because of this, there is a possibility that Elon Musk's statements might result in economic forecasts that come true themselves. But unresolved is the basic question of whether or not Musk's words will be seen by the numerous consumers who follow him as a signal to secure their personal money in a manner that adds to the slowdown in the economy. In an email sent to Tesla executives at the beginning of June, Elon reportedly stated that he had a really horrible feeling about the state of the economy. And according to reports, Tesla's CEO has asked his staff to suspend all hiring activities throughout the globe because he anticipates that the electric vehicle maker would have to reduce its workforce by 10%. Now, if Tesla were to reduce its staff by 10%, this would result in the elimination of around 10,000 jobs. In response to the challenging state of the economy, several companies, including Tesla, have conducted thorough audits of their workforces. Because of the bear market in the core cryptocurrency sector, Coinbase Global has implemented a prolonged recruiting freeze, and some employment offers that had been issued to potential applicants have been withdrawn. Titans of technology such as Apple and Meta Platform have ceased or withdrawn fresh recruiting or employment offers in some industries, while PayPal Holdings has recently cut the number of employees it employs. Hence, investors have to reassess their expectations for margin and sales growth in light of the cautions issued by the world's leading firm producing electric vehicles regarding the economy and the workforce. But what are the factors that are leading to a global recession? Well, around this time 2 years ago, the COVID-19 outbreak was responsible for the auto sector factories being shut down. And after some plants were shut down, there was an increase in the shortage of semiconductor chips, which made the production of vehicles more difficult. The disruptions in the supply chain have now led to lower sales, which have been made worse by Russia's invasion of Ukraine. According to Ward's Intelligence, annualized car sales in the United States finished May at a rate of 12.68 million cars. This figure represents an increase over the previous month but still is a far cry from the annual rate of 17 million at the time before COVID. And concerns about the supply side are a greater cause for worry than price increases when it comes to the demand side. So, since the recession is already here, it is reasonable to claim that what Elon is saying is not over the top. But what should we expect? For instance, Carvana, Uber, and Lyft have all indicated in the past month that they will be decreasing their workforces and reducing their spending, while Carvana has also revealed that it will be reducing its employment by 12%. In general, concerns have been expressed by successful business people about the possibility of an economic slowdown. The auto industry is racing to the safe harbor of pent-up demand that could sustain sales for years to come, while the looming economic storms threaten to destroy a significant portion of that demand. And although economic storm clouds are gathering, the auto industry is racing to the safe harbor of pent-up demand. So, who's to blame? According to Musk, the government of President Joe Biden printed a zillion more cash than it ought to. The aforementioned words were given by Elon Musk during a technology conference that he was attending in Miami. Musk also speculated that the recession might extend for up to 18 months. During his remarks at the conference, he made the observation that economic downturns aren't necessarily a bad thing. He pointed out that when a boom lasts for an excessively long period of time, it can lead to a misallocation of money. In essence, it begins to lavish wealth upon naive individuals. And when things get out of hand, it can lead to people engaging in activities that are not useful to their fellow human beings, which is an example of a misallocated use of human capital. Musk joked that an economic enema could be required at some point in the future in order to clear up the clogs in the system. He went on to remark that the businesses that generate rubbish fail, but the businesses that supply quality things thrive. He continued by saying that if you have a strong product and a sustainable business, you need to be careful not to push things too close to the edge financially. According to Musk, it is important for businesses to set aside some money in case the economy takes a turn for the worst. And Musk seemed to place the majority of the responsibility for the economic downturn on former President Joe Biden and his administration. Musk continued by saying that it would appear that the current Joe Biden administration is not accomplishing anything. Actually, in his own words, there were a handful of people working in the administration of Donald Trump who was competent enough to get things done even without Trump's involvement. He proceeded by suggesting that actions enacted by the White House were to blame for price inflation in the United States. According to him, the government's practice of creating a great deal more cash than it actually had was the principal contributor to the problem of inflation. It is not possible for the government to simply print out checks for a significant amount of money without triggering inflation. The flow of money was consistent and reliable. In addition, the level of difficulty is not particularly high. But is this the first time that Elon Musk is voicing his dissatisfaction with the Biden's government? Earlier this year, Musk referred to Biden as a damp sock puppet in human form, which is a somewhat disparaging characterization. And following the fact that the White House did not ask Tesla to participate in a conference regarding electric vehicles and lauded General Motors and Ford over Tesla, he has constantly criticized the administration. However, this isn't the first time Musk has tried to predict a market decline. And despite Elon Musk having no clear reports or studies to back his claims, there is a possibility that a recession is already here. In an interview that took place on Sunday with CBS, the former chief executive officer of Goldman Sachs, Lloyd Blackfein, stated that the risk of a recession was very, very high. This is due to the fact that inflation and interest rates are expected to rise. And now you might be wondering, what does the Fed have to say about the issue? Following the increase in interest rates that the Federal Reserve implemented at the beginning of May, the chair of the Federal Reserve of the United States, Jerome Powell, addressed concerns that the economy was on the approach of entering a recession. However, at the time, he reassured the media that a recession was not on the horizon, though he did not say anything further to that effect. The answer to the issue of whether or not we will be able to make a soft landing might very well be determined by factors over which we have no control. Elon and the rest of the world are aware of the recession becoming worse. Yet, due to the fact that Elon is an entrepreneur, he is more inclined to take action and speak his opinion, even if what he has to say is controversial. And that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching. What do you think about the issue of recession? Is Elon correct? Comment below. Let's engage. Also, if you are interested in more videos like this, make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell for more amazing videos. Goodbye. See you in the next video.